Hey guys, it's Peg, back from Turkey Day. Hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving. I meant to, I thought I would make a video between Sunday and now, but I don't know, the weather did take a turn for the worse. We did get about 8 inches where we live, but across the Colorado Front Range, it was, some places had up to 2 feet. It was crazy. So yeah, I'm coming to you with another flannel shirt on here, trying to keep warm. I'm telling you what, Denver, Colorado area, this is very unusual this time of year to have so much snow on the ground and frigid temperatures. Usually it's quite balmy all the way up until January, I'd say. There's been a lot of winters where we've had just a dusting of snow on Christmas, and so you kind of get what you wish for, I guess. You'd like to have a white Christmas, maybe not a white Thanksgiving, but it's just that the snow. I'm going on a snow rant. I hope you don't mind. I'll get to the books here shortly. Um, I don't mind. I'm from Michigan originally, Detroit, woo, and winters there are brutal because for 6 months of the year, the sun doesn't shine. It's cloudy and gray and freezing and humid, and the humid cold just eats right through you, so it's just, you can't even stand it. Out here in Colorado it's dry, so a dry cold is much better to deal with. But these few days that we've had no sun and no warming, so the snow that we got on Tuesday is still on the ground, and we have mounds of ice everywhere. The dogs can't even go out into the patio because they're sliding around, and it's treacherous just to even get into your car outside. And uh, I can deal with snow, but not ice. Anyway, just to say I'm alive, I'm here, made it to Thanksgiving, had a lovely time, ate a lot of food. I've been reading in the time that you guys haven't seen me, and I hope you guys have been too. I've been enjoying a lot of your videos, and just kind of following you guys quietly as I finish up 2 books that I wanted to finish up. But purposes of this video, I wanted to show you my N.T. Wright collection. For those of you who enjoy theology or study of religion, or are Christian and do enjoy studying theology, just to learn more and take your learning of the Bible to another level. N.T. Wright he's just a treasure, and I own many of his books, and I made the plunge recently, and I spent about $100 adding to my collection some of his magnum opuses, or opi, whatever the plural of that is. And but I thought I'd show you what I own so far, and I probably am even missing a couple. He's written a million different books, but as you can see, I have a chair over here to help me. Oh, and by the way, I still have to finish. The tree is not finished. That's just one band of lights we threw on last night so we could have tree lights on when we watch TV. I've got to take off those lights and rebend the tree. It's artificial, so it has bedhead. It's what we call bedhead from being in its tree bag all year. So I've got to reframe it, put on more lights, and decorate it, but we're getting there. Anyway, so before I get to the new books that I got, let me show you some of the books that N.T. Wright already has, or that I have. This is, let me show you the series first. I think there's 4 of them, but I have these 3. If you're curious about Christianity and you want to take you want to read a book by someone who's not evangelistic, but he's Anglican, N.T. Wright, Reverend, everyone calls him Tom. But he's got a series of books that, let's see, After You Believe is one of them, Why Christian Character Matters. It's a very readable book. It's very erudite and smart. There's one on Simply Christian, Why Christianity Makes Sense. So if you're looking for a case to be made and you want someone to really take it from a scholarly perspective, and I highly recommend it. And then Scripture and the Authority of God, How to Read the Bible Today. Now, I think there's one more in this series that Surprised by Hope is the one I'm missing. Okay, so that's gonna go on my Christmas list there. Surprised by Hope goes with these 3 books. So I have these 3. Very handsome, and they're a great introduction primer for anyone, you know, intellectually curious about Christianity and whether they, you know, it comports with their way of thinking, or not their way of thinking, because frankly religion is not about relating to your way of thinking. It's about higher truths, so it's not about you. And that's where I come from, is, you know, being a Christian. It's, you know, it's about God. So anyway, and then this is a nice little volume, How God Became King, the Forgotten Story of the Gospels. And he reads just very approachable books, you know, accessible books that people can. These are the more accessible books, is what I'm saying, because I'll be getting to some that aren't as accessible, but I want to challenge myself. So those are the ones I just went and splurged on. But these are something that everyone can read and understand. And so how God Became King, recommend that one. And then this is his most recent book, and it's How the Day the Revolution Began, Reconsidering the Meaning of Jesus' Crucifixion. So he goes into great detail here, looking at it from the Gospels and the New Testament books. He's amazing. I can't say enough of N.T. Wright. So there's that one. I'm going through these quickly, guys. I'm sorry, just because I have so many, and I don't want to make this. It's already at 7 minutes because I was complaining about the snow. Oh yeah, and then this one, and I still have yet to read this one, but I want to, because I just finished reading Acts, a commentary on Acts. So, and I know that Boomer, go sit down. Sorry, Boomer. He's itching to be on camera. That's what it is. So I might have to get the boy on camera. This is Paul, a biography, and I know that some of the books I'm going to show you, N.T. Wright does talk about Paul quite a bit. That figures a lot in his scholarship. This one's just been blurbed to no end from like Tom Holland, Ben Witherington. I want to read this. I was reading the commentary on Acts, and I was like, you know, I really need to dig into Tom Wright's book on Paul, because Paul is a very controversial but extremely essential, you know, figure from the Bible, from New Testament history, just the history of the Christian church. Really, you need to know about him. Okay, so now we're going to go on to his really challenging works. I'm not sure where I know where I'm going to begin, because it's a series of books. But this is like his deep scholarship. So, let's just start with this one. I think it's, all right. The New Testament and the People of God by N.T. Wright. This is by Fortress Press. So basically, there he is right there, as a young man. Good guy. Boom, boom. So, this is Christian Origins. This is the series, Volume 1. Christian Origins and the Question of God, Volume 1. So this is Volume 1 in this series. In this highly anticipated volume, N.T. Wright focuses directly on the historical Jesus. Who was he? What did he say? And what did he mean by it all? Okay, so and he's just going to be going into... Oh, it's well footnoted. Oh, boy. Got charts. Woo! But you know, I'm intrigued. I wanna really dive into this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, this is wow. Good stuff, but there are a lot of Definitely academic. So this is volume 1. All right, now let's see what we got here. It's volume 3. These are heavy too. All right, and then we have Jesus and the Victory of God. This is volume 2 of the Christian Origins and the Question of God series. Another big, massive book. Well over 500 pages of reading. 600 pages, not counting the endnotes, bibliography, footnotes, and all that. Then we have, I've heard of this one. This is very well known. The Resurrection of the Son of God by N.T. Wright. Woo! This is definitely something that will take a lifetime to read, and or the rest of my life. This is something you just don't breeze through. So if I show these books from time to time on the channel, saying, you know, I'm currently reading these, and you're wondering when the end date is and when I'll finish, you know, these are the things I underline, I make notes. I really want to ponder. It's for my own spiritual growth, so it's something that's important to me to, you know, to really concentrate on. So, but I just wanted to show you guys, because these are some really beautiful books, and, you know, whether you're a Christian or not, or even interested in just studying religion, other religions, I know I am. I'm fascinated by world religions. I love learning about Judaism, Islam, Hinduism. Boomer! Oh my gosh, he always does this one on my camera. It's becoming a trend. You know, oh, what are you going to do with them? Love them, but they drive you crazy. But yeah, I love world religion. So if anyone's out there and you're just really wanting to read some, the cream of the crop of Christian theology, I really would point you to Tom Wright, otherwise known as N.T. Wright. So this is volume 4. No, sorry, volume 3. The Resurrection of the Son of God. Then we have a 2-volume. This one by itself is 2 volumes. Oh, I haven't even oh my God. Okay, so this is the 4th volume. It's Paul and the Faithfulness of God, but it's broken up into 2 volumes. It's parts 1 and 2, and parts 3 and 4. I mean, this is massive. I mean, I don't even know how this man has written so much in his lifetime, but it's a blessing. It's a miracle. That's great. It's all to the, you know, it enriches the rest of us who love reading this type of biblical scholarship and insight. So this is, yeah, so this is the 4th volume of the Christian Origins and the Question of God series. And again, it's 2 volumes. 2-volume, 4th volume. So I'll see if I can stack all these, you guys. This is pretty massive. All right, so these are my new acquisitions in the scholarship area, in the theology. Whoa, there we go. I'll lean back in my chair. Whew. Getting all sweaty. This is very, very delightful. I'm glad I've added these to my collection of N.T. Wright books. I will start with the New Testament and the people of God. And I'll just, you know, this will be a life's work right here, just trying to hopefully read all these before I pass on to my hopeful reward. No, I know. But, yeah, and then, I mean, and this is just a smidge, because look at all these. So, I mean, he's written a ton of stuff, you guys. Ton of stuff, and I love it. Okay. Woo! So on that note, we're at 14 minutes. I'm going to make another quick video showing some other books, a couple of other books I got in the mail. Oh, and by the way, so I ordered these 4 books or 5 books from ChristianBook.com. It was like $105 for all of those N.T. Wright books, and then they threw in a free, I got a free bookmark for all that. But this is timely. You know, I always like getting a bookmark, and it's Christmas coming up, so thank you for that. Okay, I guess since I'm still talking about theology or just biblical study, last time I was talking to you guys about, I finished the commentary on Acts, and I was trying to decide on what I wanted to study next. So in addition to just digging into some of N.T. Wright's works, I do want to do a gospel study. So I've already studied pretty in-depth Mark, Matthew, and Luke, the synoptic gospels, and I haven't really done an in-depth study of John. So that's what I've chosen to do next. I've started reading The Message of John by Bruce Milne in the Bible Speaks Today series. And I also have a bunch of other resources on the writings of John, and I'm going to be supplementing with the writings of John, a survey of the gospel, epistles, and the end, and Apocalypse. I see Marvin Tate. This is from Zondervan. This one's kind of cool. It's kind of more like an encyclopedia kind of look. You know, it's got this kind of stuff in it. But it will supplement as I'm reading through. And I just love having the pictures. I love archaeology and just, you know, and the archaeology of the Bible. That kind of stuff is cool. So this is really neat. So I will be studying John. And, wow, what else? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. So, actually, I got two more things that are new and that I plan on reviewing. So, I subscribe to the, and I think Johnny Keene does as well, but I get the Ancient Christian Commentary series and the Reformation Commentary series from IBP Press, or InterVarsity Press. And this is a companion to the Reformation series. This is Doing Theology with the Reformers by Gerald Bray. It kind of goes through who the Reformers were, what it looked like for them as far as, you know, their life, the education, the sources of theological authority, the interpretation of the Bible, how they interpreted it, how they used it, you know, in tandem with the, you know, their study with the education and with the guiding of the Holy Spirit. So this kind of goes into all that. And I just recently got a brand new Reformation commentary in the mail the other day. And I put it up on my shelf upstairs where I keep all of them, and I need to make a video so you can see how nice they all look together. But I think it was like 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, a couple of the other smaller books. So, oh, and then I got this one. I am going to be reviewing this one. Here's another one on Paul. It's Rediscovering Paul, 2nd edition, an introduction to his World Letters and Theology. And this one looks not as heavy as the Wright books look to be. Kind of have suggested readings and kind of big text here, a little gray box. They're gonna be like, you know, explore more. Is there a lesson here? So what? So, you know, it looks pretty interesting, and I'm very intrigued. So, again, I got to really make a plan of action, which books I'm going to go for, and, you know, in 2020, which ones I think I can finish, and I do want to read this one, and I will be reviewing it. So, okay, guys, so that's a lot of theology I'm throwing at you, but it is one of my nonfiction passions, along with history. I mean, this is a history shelf, and I do talk a lot about history, but I do tend to read theology and religion and things like this. I really enjoy it. So if you do as well, please, you know, comment below. Let me know what you're interested in. If you have any recommendations, if you've read any of these, what you think of them. And just hope you guys have all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends, and that wherever you are, you're safe, and that you're warm and you have food, and just I'm very thankful and for everything that I have, and I'm thankful for BookTube and all the new friends I've made. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to all of you guys, that I'm, you know, thinking of you and hoping you're well and enjoying your family and friends. And I will wrap this up. I'll make another quick video of some other books, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.